Welcome to the highlights of Stage 3 of Paris-Nice, which is available live on demand each day on GCN+. Stage 3 of the race took everybody from Vierzon heading south-southwest, finishing in Dans-le-Palestel. Mainly headwind on this occasion, not as strong as the day before, which had split the peloton, but a lumpy finale would cause problems for everybody in the race. Thomas de Kent, Owain and Alexis Gouchard formed the day's breakaway. Trek Segafredo, one of the main teams to chase. Jumbo-Visma were always attentive, and there was a certain nervousness around. Thomas de Kent went for the second King of the Mountains point to make sure that his teammate Matthew Holmes would continue to wear the polka dot jersey. The breakaway would have just under 2 minutes when they crossed the finish line before the local circuit, and then the fun began in the peloton. Søren Kragh Andersen of DSM attacking for the first of 2 occasions. He'd get about half a minute in front of the peloton, but soon he'd be retaken as they stepped up their march towards the break. Cofidis had worked as well. Several teams would also have a go just as they were about to be caught. Groupama FDJ sending Quentin Pachet up the road. Bourgoudot would try for Total Energy. He'd then help his teammate Pierre Latour go for bonus seconds. Latour would take 3, Primož Roglič would take 2, Mari van Sevenant coming 3rd at the second and final bonus sprint. Well inside the 20-kilometre to go mark by this time, and Jumbo-Visma would help to try and control for Wout van Aert. They weren't the only team interested, however, with Jakobsen, Bennett and Groenewegen all dropped by this point. It was going to be a sprint without the very fastest riders. Movistar team got wind of that, and they'd try and set up Ivan Garcia Cortina. It was a real fight just to stay in touch at the back. Once we got into the final kilometre, it was all uphill. Christophe Laporte tried to lead out Wout van Aert, but the lead out was executed to perfection by Jasper Stuyven from Trek Segafredo. The crash behind involving the yellow jersey didn't put his teammate off, and Mads Pedersen was able to finish off the job. Brian Kokau would get close, as would Wout van Aert. Jasper Philipsen just behind. But the former world champion Mads Pedersen from Denmark, taking his first World Tour win in a while, and the team's first World Tour victory for the first time since last year's Tour de France. The yellow jersey would be back on his bike. He'd be given the same time after that crash, and Christophe Laporte would keep the yellow jersey. A job well done by Trek Segafredo. Mads Pedersen winning stage 3 of this year's Paris-Nice. One second now the lead for Christophe Laporte, who wears the yellow jersey for a 3rd successive day going into the time trial. With Van Aert behind, Roglic 3rd. It's still a Jumbo-Visma 1-2-3 on the GC. So do the time trial. 13.4 kilometres around the town of Montluçon, birthplace of one Julien Alaphilippe. He, however, not present in this race. He's racing in Tirreno Adriatico, another of the races you can catch this week on GCN+.